Hi there, Deni here from Epcot. Listen, I hope you're having a great day, whatever you're up to. I am here in the park because I needed just a little bit of time in my favorite park. I just did. Sometimes we need a little time in our favorite spot. And in case Epcot is your favorite spot, I thought maybe I'd bring a little bit of Epcot to you, but not just bring you a little bit of Epcot, also answer a few questions while I'm at it. I've asked a couple times on Instagram very recently if anyone has any questions, and I've got answers for you here in this video. I figured that would be a lot of fun to do. Before I get too much further, I want to say hi to two different groups of people. Number one, if you follow me on Instagram, hi there. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm so thankful that you bring so much joy to my day every day. Thank you for submitting questions, and I'm happy to get to answer them. The second group of people I'd like to say a huge shout out to are the Whole 9 Yards Patreon team members. They are the magic makers here on this channel, and if you would like to join in for just $5 a month, you get exclusive live streams, you get behind the scenes ramblings and insight from me, little times that I'm in the park, things like that. So please check out for more information or to join. You can go to www.patreon.com/Deni_Sunderly. The first question that was asked was, what was my first Walt Disney World resort that I stayed in? And it was Old Key West Resort. Isn't that funny? It's the first time that I had ever stayed in a Disney resort, and it actually is the first DVC resort. Now, my family are not DVC members, but we needed a location that would be really good as far as accessibility was concerned. This is years and years ago, and my family was traveling down from Maryland with my father-in-law, who was a stroke survivor. And so we needed to have a great location, something on a first floor, something that was big enough because we had Grandma, Grandpa, Brian and myself and our two kids along for the ride, and Old Key West was perfect. And to this day, it's just a really special spot for our family. Plus, I love the whole aesthetic, the whole laid-back vibe. I love Olivia's, I'll link their brunch review, my review of their brunch in the description box below. But spoiler alert, it was really enjoyable. So Old Key West is the answer to that question. Another question that I received is, and there's Walt. Hi, Walt. I just did a little photo shoot with Walt and that amazing cast member, PhotoPass cast member. No one was there, and so we got to take several pictures. I'm so excited. I nonetheless. So our next question is, which restaurant is my favorite Disney Springs restaurant? And that one, I mean, my gosh, you have so many places in Disney Springs, and there are some favorites among them for me, but none that shines brighter than Wine Bar George. And you know me, if you've watched this channel, I don't drink. I'm not there for the alcohol. I love a good mocktail, although theirs can be pricey. Really love all of their small plates. They're just so good. And if you love a charcuterie, my gosh, save up and then go get the big board. It is a charcuterie board, meats, cheeses, everything that will blow your mind. Unlike any other, it's the literal best. And it's a celebration. It runs you about $60, the biggest big board, but it's worth every bite if you've got the money. So Wine Bar George, that's my favorite. Favorite counter service, I'm definitely gonna say Polite Pig. Polite Pig, really nothing compares to Polite Pig counter service wise for me in Disney Springs. I do enjoy a burger, a deluxe burger. Their fries don't get better. You don't see better fries in Disney Springs. And then I do love Blaze, but Polite Pig is right on top of them all. And the Southern Pig sandwich is my favorite. And please get those Brussels sprouts. You have to. You have to. The next question is, which is my favorite Epcot country and why? I love this question. And my favorite Epcot country is France. I have had the blessing of going to France and visiting Disneyland Paris, but staying for days and days with my hubby in Paris. It was a lifelong dream to go to Paris, and to actually get to go to Paris last year was unbelievably wonderful. But even before going, like I had dreamt and learned about Paris and all of that. And so France, the country I'm actually headed to right now here in Epcot to pick up something at a shop, is my favorite. I'm not even taking into account all the wonderful food that you can find in Epcot's France pavilion, because for me, the food in that pavilion, just go to the bakery, the patisserie, go and try that ice cream. It is the literal best. Please go and tell me what you think. But also the attractions, the addition of Remy Chewy Adventure, Impressions de France. I love it so much. And please, table service restaurants, the Chefs de France is one of my favorites. Just one of my favorites. So anyhow, it is France. Let me know down in the comments which yours is, because now I'm super curious. Next up, the question is, which is my favorite Walt Disney World restaurant currently? So if I had to pick, if I could only go to one tonight, which one would I go to? And it's Toledo. It is the 16th floor of Disney's Coronado Springs Resort, the Grand Destino Tower. That's where I'm going. In my mind, it's a signature dining experience without those signature dining experience prices. So go to Toledo, get the filet, please get the Spaniard, which is the charcuterie board for two. It's so completely splittable. It's so fantastic. And please have the classic crema catalana and a cafe bonbon. They do make them in decaf if you're there late at night, if you're not ready to party. But it's Toledo, hands down. And I'll put that review in the description box as well. Next question is, which booth, like festival booth, is my go-to? And this is it. Whenever it is Festival of the Arts, whenever it's Festival of the Holidays, whenever it is Food and Wine Festival, it doesn't matter. It's this one. This one is my favorite. They do a great job of putting together flavors, so approachable and yet fun. You kind of feel like, I've tried something really authentic to the culture, and it's just so good. Now, I will say their prices have gotten a little crazy recently. I mean, especially Festival of the Arts. And granted, yes, the food looks better at Festival of the Arts, more care, whatever. It's the culinary arts. But it's gotten a little crazy. So I do want to kind of put that just asterisk beside whatever is in this pavilion, in this location. So we're right across from the Odyssey and near Mexico. But this is where I'm headed. All right, the next question is a really fun one. They're all fun, but this is a fun one. So, which is my favorite Disney princess, then Disney villain, and Disney sidekick? So, princess, it's Merida. Are you kidding? Like, if you could change your fate, would you? Like, I remember seeing that movie in 2012. We were actually talking, Brian and I had just started talking about moving down here. And I was really debating and really wanting to do it. I was at a point that I knew a new chapter was in the works, and it was just the matter of having the guts, the courage to go for it. And then I saw Brave, and it was over. Merida's my favorite. She is my literal favorite. So that whole movie, I just kind of sat there with jaw in my lap going, oh, this is exactly what I needed. And when the second to last line comes out of the movie, you just kind of go, yep, she's wonderful. I mean, she fights for her own hand, for her own right to do what she wants to with her life. I love that so much. Number 2, favorite villain, always has been, always will be, Maleficent. Love her. Mwah. Love her so, so much. Like, growing up, have loved Maleficent, so she is my favorite. And favorite sidekick is Emil. Remy is my favorite Disney character, so yeah, his brother's my favorite. So bless Emil's heart. He'll eat just about anything. I think I connect with that. Epcot at dusk. Come on. Gorgeous. Okay, so this is the wrong part to be answering this question in. I understand that, but I'll answer it just in case anyhow. So the question is, how soon should I get in line? What do you recommend for Fantasmic? I want to get decent seats. Truly and completely, I think that most of the seats in the Fantasmic amphitheater are decent seats. I really do. That being said, if you want a prime seating location a little bit further down in the amphitheater, then you want to get in line 60 to 90 minutes before the show. And I know I hate that we have to do that on our Walt Disney World vacations, but truly, I believe you need that much time to get in line. So head down Sunset Boulevard, hop in line, and you can even pick the brain, ask a question to the cast member if you want to, see what the cast member's feeling about that performance, but it's going to be 60 to 90 minutes before performance time. Sorry about that. Next question, as I have my jambon beurre sandwich here at Léal Patisserie Boulangerie Patisserie. Next question is about my favorite piece of Orange Bird merchandise. I adore Orange Bird, and I have for a long time, and I have some pretty fantastic Orange Bird items. I'm racking my brain because it's like picking your favorite child. You cannot do such a thing. I love all of my pieces, but I think that one of the ones that is the most sentimental is a little original Orange Bird. So back in the day, Orange Bird, plastic molded figurine. He came in a set, and only one was found at an antique store in Florida, here in Central Florida. And one of the kids and their family gave it to me just as a little thank you. I work with kids at church, and this was years ago. But that little Orange Bird figurine, I'll drop a picture here, is really a sentimental favorite. So I love it. That being said, I also love the Vault tin tray that I bought one for my home office and also for my office at work, and a million other things, little bits and pieces, including my Orange Bird pillow that sits on the couch in our living room. Okay, the next question is top 5 desserts in Epcot. That is a tough question to answer, but number 1 is right here. I'm in Artisans de Glace, and it is the most decadent, most wonderful ice cream known to humankind. So please get this. This is the coffee flavor. Of course, they have amazing, wonderful treats in here as well. So that's number 1. Anything at Caramel Kuka in Germany, that's the Werther's location in the pavilion. I gotta eat this ice cream. So that caramel gingerbread sandwich at Caramel Kuka, yes, and thank you. Please, and thank you. There are just so many. Gosh. The Liège waffles at Connections in World Celebration. Yes. I love that. I love those Liège waffles. And of course, I know that many who come here to the France Pavilion in Epcot would say, you make a stop at the patisserie. Anything from the patisserie is a good thing. And their macarons are fabulous. Okay, it's another day, so fast forward just a little bit. I'm here in the Magic Kingdom, and I thought I might finish up on a couple of the questions that have come in that I wanted to go ahead and answer. So first one here in the Magic Kingdom is in reference to my recent review of my stay in the Little Mermaid room at Disney's Art of Animation Resort. A viewer asked how long the walk took from the Art of Animation buildings over to Animation Hall, which is the main building. That's where Landscape of Flavors food court is. That's where the check-in desks are, the business center, the arcade, the big blue pool, all that jazz. The Little Mermaid buildings are the furthest buildings from Animation Hall. It's just going to take you a little bit to walk, and depending on how fast you're going, it's around 7 to 10 minutes. So keep that in mind if you decide to stay in one of the Little Mermaid standard rooms. You know, they are standard rooms, so that's your standard room option at the resort. Everything else is family suites. So something to keep in mind if you're booking those rooms. And I'll link that review down below so that you can check it out if you haven't already. Another question I've received recently was on my review vlog of the Bulma breakfast review. So Bulma is the buffet at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge, and the question came in as to when our reservation was, because it wasn't as crowded and jam-packed as sometimes Bulma can get, or at least the line for the buffet can get. Our reservation was right around 11 o'clock. I highly recommend that time. Gosh, when I'm at a Disney resort, I don't want to wake up too early. I just want to take my time, might even have a cup of tea in the room, cup of coffee in the room, and then roll down to breakfast. And so that's what we did, and it was the perfect time. Brian was the one to make the reservations, and he did a great job, as he always does. And yeah, so it wasn't slammed at the buffet like it might be earlier in the morning. So if you can wait a little bit, if you're not raring to get into the park, if you're having a resort day, that's what I highly recommend. A question that I got on my Animal Kingdom Lodge review. I got to stay at Animal Kingdom Lodge for the very first time recently, so I put that vlog up. Definitely check that out. I'll put it in the description box. But one of the questions I got was, will I be doing Universal Orlando dining reviews? And while I enjoy Universal, Disney's my jam. I mean, I just got to say it. Plus, I don't have an annual pass to Universal Orlando. So right now, I don't have plans. Who knows what the future holds as I walk through a cloud of bubbles. Who knows what the future holds, but as of right now, I don't plan to be doing Universal Orlando dining reviews. But thank you so much for watching the Disney ones. I appreciate it. Another question I've received was on the review for Tiffin's, which is at Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park. So Tiffin's is the signature restaurant. I'll link the review in the description box below. But the question was, okay, so which Brazilian cheese bread, pão de queijo, is better, Tiffin's or what's in Epcot during Food and Wine at the Brazil booth? If you know me, you know my first love is the pão de queijo at the Brazil booth in Epcot. That's what inspired me to learn how to make it in the first place. I mean, Epcot's recipe for their pão de queijo from Epcot is like chef's kiss. So good, so easy, as long as you remember to add the salt. I've done it a couple times where I've forgotten the salt, and it's not good, friends. It's not good. Add that salt. That being said, the review in Tiffin's, my first time going to Tiffin's changed me. That pão de queijo is better. It has more cheese inside. It is the lighter, puffier form, much more akin to what you get in your oven at home, making them at home. So, and listen, I understand, like Epcot's festival team is creating them in volume, and so of course it would be better at a signature dining location, or at least I think, of course. So that's the answer to that. Tiffin's, yeah, Tiffin's wins the pão de queijo contest. Although, if you put some in front of me, I'd eat it, no matter where it's from. Last but not least, a whole lot of really sweet comments came in, just thanking me for the content on the channel and for the reviews and the positivity. And so I just wanted to say thank you to you. Thank you for watching and for being a part of the magic and the fun here. Listen, I am one person exploring these parks, whether it be here in Walt Disney World or Disneyland in Anaheim or Disneyland Paris in France, or wherever I am. You all are the magic, and I really, really appreciate the fact that you are here and you're a part of it. So thank you for your sweet, sweet, kind words. And I want to give a shout out to Butler J9737, who sent in a super thanks on YouTube on the Tiffin's review. I really appreciate that. Super thanks are a way just to send a little financial gift my way, just to say, hey, thanks for doing what you do. So thank you, Butler J. I really, really appreciate that. And thank you to everyone for watching. And so the question comes to you. If you could only visit one Walt Disney World park, which one would it be and why? Let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know if you've got additional questions. I could do this again. This has been a whole lot of fun to be in Epcot and in Magic Kingdom answering your questions and sharing a few thoughts of my own. So please consider dropping some comments down below, and I'll jump in there, and I'll squirrel them away like a little squirrel for another video. Listen, if you haven't already, please follow me on Instagram. We have a whole lot of fun over there, and I like sharing the everyday stuff with you. You can do so at Deni_Sunderly. Also, please consider giving this video a like. Please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so that you get a heads up every time I put up a new video. Again, if you would like more information on joining the Whole 9 Yards Patreon team, you can find that link in the description below. It's really simple. It's patreon.com/Deni_Sunderly. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. Take good care, everyone. Bye.